Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. In front of me, there are the teachers from several schools. I cannot say one by one from this school, from that school, but thank you for accompanying me in this special day. I know I don't really understand the teacher's work system or educational system, our educational system. So I'm sorry if there are less and more. If there's any mistake what I'm going to talk, I'm appreciative that if you criticize me. So from my perspective, our education system have been a lot criticism from people that capable in this industry and some aspects of outside this country or inside this country. That is very concerned about what I'm going to talk because I'm going to teach somebody or in institute. All right, let's go into the topic. There are some quotes I have been read from Empire. These quotes, after they slept in World War II, two cities in Japan has been bombed by Allies. And after that, Empire said how many teachers are still alive, more or less like that. And then I realized uh, even teacher is very important for nations. This profession very important to continue this organization to be wisely and clever. That's one thing, alright? And all of you know, anytime like this, once again, this is my perspective. And when I say our education system is very bad, does not mean teacher is bad. It doesn't like that. You be service for this country for many century, like soldier. All of you must be veteran today, right? And the time like this make us forced to be different. Display make our education display make our education running out of track because there are some many situations when only teaching or we say something like then learning struggle in this time, right? But before display we come to this country, we all know that we have been teach in the modern ways. I mean, we using media, but after today we using media more often. That's very funny. That's very different thing. This, the difference we must do some schooling or blended learning. The difference is we must is homeschooling or blended learning. We must be creative, make some content or clues for our students, for our and for students. This situation like this, teaching and in our way, and design like this must be boring for them. I know that. And you teacher, what are you doing to do about that condition? The only thing to fix this condition is perhaps after this plague over. After this plague over. And media is very important to telling story. Most of you perhaps teaching in English using media, teaching in math, math, teaching in math, teaching in language, teaching history, using media to fair to make some content more valuable for students and telling exercise to make our content is interesting for students. Media have been used in 20th century for education make it better. There's a lot material that can be discussed with kids, so you can much more complicated, more problem in there because we must to do because our student more active and act creative, right? And the only thing about education, this industry, either you in sekolah dasar or junior high school or senior high school, this industry that 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 not just about teaching in academic material, right? There's some trouble with internet, I know. You know, like connections, all of this stuff. Have certain problem. But some people say that's not the reason to talk about, it's not the reason we talk about the internet situation like, oh man, my connection is very bad, my background is very noisy, something like that, right? Uh, uh, Connection issue must be checked before start. The only thing perhaps student must know connection issue must be checked before start lesson. Right? We're running out of time. Where there must be adapted for discussing like this. So they prepare for a better next week and back to a better preparation for our lesson. Especially for the student, they must understand how the situation right now, teach them how to be wisely when facing under pressure and situation that cannot expect it. Because I think they, yeah, once again, this is not about academic thing, but other than that, it's more actively, more creatively, give them content, give them games after lesson, just of that, hopefully after this break, we can back together, back to normal with our kids, with our students, with our friends. I know the feeling for our students, even they not happy with PJJ or this from away, and for the teacher, wish you good health always. Take care of yourself out there. Right, but because I know this is difficult for everybody, right? Some some jobs perhaps they start to go into the office, but teachers they still in the house, teach from away. And I already have heard about news paper and about news uh, that some other school out there started lessons normally. That means teachers go to the school, uh, but not many students like them. They this the social distancing, physical distancing, of course, something like that. That means one class, not that from student is not it's just each of 15 or 16 or 10, not too many because they are physical distancing. They still physical distancing some of the school out there. So yeah, once again, this is for the future, our community, our educational, our future. So for listener, once again, wish you good health. Always take care of yourself out there, and we go to the end of the topic. So my conclusion is you must adapt to how situation goes. You know you don't know what to happen. Like, this is very random, and I don't know this. I even know I don't even know like this is where to talk, but this is my perspective. Like that If I student in junior high school in class one, I must be some like I don't know like perhaps I'm really uh, boring, you know, very lazy, right? In the age like that, in the situation like when you are a kid and you adult, you must meet new people. You must meet new person. That means it could be your friends or not, right? Conversation make conversation with your with new people that can your name, right? You recognize them like that characterize something like that. Like that's a very hard. That means you cannot meet them, right? You just meet in Zoom. Okay. Because once again, you don't know what's going in the future. This is my perspective. I can deny if I give criticism for all of you. Thank you for giving me time. See you next time.